What's up, everybody? It is Amrinder Singh. Most of Punjabi learners, they struggle to understand Punjabi people. It is because they are not learning a street talk Punjabi. Most of them, they are learning a textbook Punjabi, probably from their teacher or probably directly from a book. If you want to learn colloquial Punjabi, then follow this podcast. I will also tell you the difference between a textbook Punjabi versus street talk Punjabi. If you want to learn more about Punjabi from me, then check out my Patreon. And if you want to improve your listening skills in Punjabi, then follow my another Punjabi podcast, the Amrinder Singh podcast. All the links are in the description. Now let's get started. Alright, this is the second part of those words basically I prefer to use because there are a lot of words. It depends on the people. It also depends on your accent, your area people, where you live, what kind of accent they speak, or what kind of the word choice they choose to say. It also depends on individual as well. So that's what I'm gonna talk about. If you didn't listen my first part, make sure you listen first part. So this is the second part. There was still few words I want to know how I personally speak and how maybe other people speaks. All right, and you can also choose whatever the word you wanna choose. All right. Anyway, so now the word I'm gonna tell basically, I mispronounced this word. Not purposely. It is just that's all it is. I started seeing this word, I think, from my childhood as a mispronounce, and I also know many times I mispronounce this word, but that's all the time happens. And everybody, most of the, even my family, they also mentioned that time when I pronounced it, you pronounce it wrong. And I don't know why this word, I didn't get it. I can pronounce actually the correct way, but it doesn't come to my mind. So the word is basically, so the name of word is salgam, all right? Salgam means turnip. It's a vegetable. You can just search as salgam, or you can also search for turnip. Yeah, I pronounce differently. I say saglam, all right? Saglam. But salgam, shalgam, or something like that. Shalgam, or yeah, I am gonna mispronounce it, I think. That's shalgam. But I say saglam, all right? This is the mispronunciation actually. But yeah, it's always hard word for me to pronounce because yeah, I always forgot to pronounce it correct way. Anyway, next word is basically, there are a few words I want to mention. It's like ah, ha, e, o, right? So now it depends. It depends actually. If you have like a something in your hand, like maybe I'm a little far, maybe 10 meter, whatever, right? Maybe I'm just like a near to you, whatever. If I couldn't figure it out, it's something new, all right? Maybe you have like some kind of vegetable or some kind of maybe a plant I didn't know. I'm gonna ask you like kiya, like what is this, right? I'm gonna use Some people are gonna say like a kiya, right? But in my area we say kiya. Some people are also gonna say like a ha with ha sound, like a ha kiya. Some are gonna say kiya, right? So that's how we say. Now we're gonna use like if something we're talking about and this thing is little far from us, from both of us, all right? But if it is near to, maybe not both of us, maybe one of us is near to, maybe it's in your hand, even you're far, I'm gonna say kiya, all right? That's always ha, right? It depends on the people, whatever they want to use. Okay, so the next word is vakhre, all right? Which means different. That's the formal word, but not, that's not how we say. Like if you want to say, I bought different types of clothes, all right? In the books, text, they're gonna say like, मैं ਵੱਖਰੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਖਰੀਦੇ, ਵੱਖਰੇ, right? Some people are gonna say ਵੱਖੋ ਵੱਖਰੇ, ਮੈਂ ਵੱਖੋ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਖਰੀਦੇ, right? And mostly we say addo addi, right? Where I live, I think a lot of, I think it's popular in Malba. So yeah, we all the time say addo addi kapde kharide. Addo ad, it means different, right? Uh, Another example, if you wanna say did you wear the same color t-shirts or you bought like a different colors, right? So I'm gonna say ਤੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਰੰਗ ਦੀਆਂ ਖਰੀਦੀਆਂ ਟੀ-ਸ਼ਰਟਾਂ ਕਿ ਅੱਡੋ ਅੱਡ ਦੀਆਂ ਅੱਡੋ ਅੱਡ means different, all right? And another we use ਅੱਡ means also separate, right? Like we say ਉਹ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਅੱਡ ਹੋ ਗਏ. It means they are living together or they separate, all right? So ਅੱਡ means separate. So another word is sheti or jaldi. Now jaldi means basically when you do hurry, right? Hurry. And sheti means also maybe hurry. It's also mean fast. It's also mean quick, right? So we don't say jaldi actually. We don't use where I live. Some people probably use it. Yeah, but it's used a lot in textbook. We just sheti all the time, right? If I want to say to you just go quick, all right? And I'm not gonna say jaldi chal, all right? Like let's say if you're driving slow, we need to go there fast, right? We need to go fast. I'm not gonna say jaldi chal. That's so weird or mean to say that. So I'm gonna say sheti chal late hui janni hai. All right, I'm not gonna say jaldi chal late hui janni hai. Some people say it's probably city people, but we don't. I'm not me personally. All the people where I live in the mall, but they're like sheti chal late hui janni hai, right? It means just go fast, man. We're getting late. Oh, now this is not actually word. This is a little phrase. It's a lot popular. Basically, when electricity goes off, right? Nowadays, it's not that common. It's very rarely when electricity go off. But I remember 10 years ago, 15 years ago, the electricity goes off a lot, right? So I don't know which area is. In my area, mostly people say let pajgi, all right? Let pajgi, or they say let baggi, all right? Now, light means also your tube light, the bulb, all right? But mostly we say it means electricity. Most of the time when we're talking about light, that's electricity, all right? We don't say electricity, we say light. Yeah, so probably I'm gonna say let pajgi or let vagi. I'm gonna use both in my area. But still some people use like a let otgi, all right? Let otgi. So it depends, and you let me know in the comments what phrase you use, or maybe if you don't use, you're still a beginner or whatever. Let me know, maybe the people around you, maybe your relatives, what phrase they use when the electricity goes away. Alright, so another word is aukha or mushkil. Alright, so these two words basically, they are similar in some situation, but they are different in some situation. Alright, aukha could be hard, it could be also difficult. Alright, same with mushkil. Mushkil could be hard, it could be difficult, it could be a problem. Alright, something like that. Now, okay, so how is it different? Aukha is not the problem. You can't use aukha as a problem, but you can use a mushkil as a problem. All right. Example. If you are, let's say you got hurt on your knee, all right, and I can say maybe now it's healed. I can ask you tenu turan ch koi mushkil ta nahi aandi. All right. Tenu turan ch koi mushkil ta nahi aandi. Now it means, don't you get any problem while you walk? All right. So, but you can't use in this same aukha. Aukha is different. All right. In this situation, they are different. Mostly, I'm not gonna use mushkil, but you can use this word because we use it differently. We say mostly tenu koi turne ch takleef ta nahi hundi. Takleef. Takleef means pain, all right? It also like we can also say like ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤੁਰਨ ਚ ਕੋਈ ਦੁੱਖ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤੁਰਨ ਚ ਤੇਰੇ ਗੋਡੇ ਚ ਦਰਦ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, stuff like that. But mostly we say ਤਕਲੀਫ, ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤੁਰਨ ਚ ਕੋਈ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ. It means like you can walk pretty well, or you have some kind of problem basically here, or you get the pain, whatever, right? So yeah, personally I'm gonna use takleef, but you can still use mushkil, all right? So there are some people probably use in some area. So yeah, in this way that's different. But the similar is the similar, like you can say if you are like exam, let's say exam, you can say paper, all right? Or you can use exam. We mostly use paper. It's very colloquial word, basically, the paper, right? Paper aukasi, yes, aukasi, all right? It means exam was easy or it was hard, right? You can also say like paper saukasi, ya mushkil si. You can say that mushkil one, but for us it's weird because we don't use this word. So yeah, other day I remember we were talking about something like the form Punjabi in the gym, all right? So, and the guy was saying like if we were talking like a reha, right? Main gym la reha haan. Main kare ja reha. That was so fucking funny because it's so weird to use these kind of like sentences like in real life for us, right? But it's used all the time in the books, and it's so funny. It looks so weird when we say that, like main aa kam kar reha haan, main phone chala reha haan. That's so odd, honestly, to use that way, right? So I don't know why I'm laughing. That's so funny. Yeah, we mostly say like I'm a gym lai jana, my phone chalai jana, my TV dikshin. That's the normal way of talking, right? But yeah, we can understand that when somebody learns the language, that's how they use reha. And it's not funny when somebody is using reha because they're learning. I never felt like a funny when somebody is using that. But if we starting, basically the Punjabi people who live here, if we start to do that, that's so funny. Yeah, sometimes people do it to just make something funny, to use so formal, all right? So anyway, this word aukha means also hard, and mushkil means hard, difficult, a problem, all right? All right, so another word for friend. So there are a couple of words. Dost, lihaji, adi, jar, mittar. All right. So this word jar is a lot being used in the songs, stuff like that. So yeah, probably you know this, you heard this word. All right. Most common is dost, which is formal word. Yeah, it's also people use it. It depends where you. In my area, we mostly use lihaji or adi. All right. So which means friend. So these 5 words, all right? Anyway, next word is chehra, all right? This is the formal word, which means your face, chehra, all right? But nobody used it. Only you will see this word in the books, all right? Some people can use it. It's very rarely. Probably when they're speaking something formal, or maybe you go to the doctor, they can say, tere chehre te, whatever. I can see the freckles, whatever the hell, or pimples. Probably that time you can hear this word. Mostly we say muh, all right? Muh is actually mouth. It's your mouth. It's not your face. But in colloquial Punjabi, it's both. It's your face, it's your mouth as well. It depends on the context, all right? If somebody say, tere muh te kuch lag gaya, right? Tere muh te fonsi hai. Fonsi means like a pimple, right? So it doesn't mean on your mouth. It means on your face. And probably you know where it is, all right? So, sometimes people say, Oda muh bahut sona hai, oda muh nahi sona, right? It means probably they're talking about his face. There's another word for face is shakal, right? It was really shakal nahi soni, shakal chut, something like that. That's also mean face, all right? Anyway, this word muh is used for both, for mouth and for face. All right, so another word is tadke, all right? Athne, tadke, athne, probably you don't know. Maybe some people know. It means morning and evening. Tadke means morning. Athan or athane, whatever, it means evening. Probably you heard like a savere means morning, sham means evening. Yeah, that's also true. Some people use it. Personally, in my area, we use tadke athane. It's very rarely when we're going to say savere or sham. All right. Then another word is sandeha. Sandeha means early, right? If I'm going to say, Apa tadke sandeha chalange, wherever we are going to go, right? It means we are going in the early morning, right? Early morning, we say sandeha tadke sandeha, right? Basically, sandeha means early. Yeah, when somebody says tadke sandeha, it means early morning, right? Yeah, if let's say we made a plan to go somewhere, right? And you say, okay, we are gonna go tomorrow, right? In the morning, or we were in the noon, right? I'm gonna say sandeha. It means early. Just go a little bit early, right? Or come to me if you're gonna pick me up. Go a little early, all right? That's what it means, sandeha. And some people are gonna use sajre. Sajre means also early morning, all right? I don't use it personally, but I heard some people are using it. I found it from the context. Honestly, I didn't know what the hell it means. Sajre. Yeah, but some people use it. So you would know from the context. I think I heard somebody saying to you should go walk for like something like that. So basically it means he is talking about in the morning, the early morning, all right? Sajre. In my area, we say sandehan. All right, so these were the verbs, not the verbs. I mean, these shit. My tongue is not twisting. I was going to say, okay, these were shit. I don't know what the fuck happened. So these were some words. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, I was going to say these were some words I want to teach you. It could be a different choice, depends on the people. All right. So if you enjoy this podcast, please show your support by contributing. This helps me to know that you are getting the value from it and want to see more. I would really appreciate it. You can support this podcast through PayPal and Patreon. Links are in the description. And if you are listening to this podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please give it to 5 stars. It would help this podcast to reach out to the more people. And another thing, if you are struggling to understand Punjabi pronouns, then check out my free ebook about Punjabi pronouns. Link is in the description. At the end, I hope you enjoy the lesson. I'll be back with another lesson in another day.